lights all around me, even at the back. Um, so April, let's moving on. I've got my pile here. I've pulled, so we've got the whole year and 3 cards for each of them. So I'm slowly going through as we and recording them for you. But I pulled them all at the beginning of Feb. So we've got the Ace. So let me see if I can turn this around. Actually, you might be able to. Yeah. The Ace of Swords, the Earth Sheep returning to your center, and Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you to help animals. So you can see that. Heal, respect, serving animals and understanding them. Okay, so as Gizzy, he's been sitting here with me, bless him. Back to the cards. So I'm going to start with the one that I am least familiar with from this Cats Rule the Earth tarot deck, and I'm going to read you what the book says, and then I'll tell you my take on this as well as the others and read the books plus my take. So, ideas, vision, clean thinking. April brings. There are indicators. The Ace is an indicator. It's a eureka moment, a breakthrough in thinking, or a new creative idea. This has the potential to change your world, but it is also likely to create conflict with the others. Do not let this be a deterrent, because ultimately success will come. The sword suit is connected to justice, and this idea may well be about helping others, perhaps in a legal sense. The meaning of conflict with others on the slightly negative side of this is meaning that you cannot think straight, accept, help, and be positive. So sort of a bit like the clouds being thoughts or feelings. So allow yourself to remain positive during April with what's happening around you. So it's got a picture of a sword and a huge crown and a wreath. And to me, this is about our sovereignty. It's about stepping into our own sovereign power and standing in that. Now, sometimes when we start to connect to that higher self and listen to that guidance may be contradictory to what others may be telling us, what is the common denominator of thought for a certain subject, if you like. Now, cats, obviously, the whole deck is cats, but to me, it's the Black Cat Guardian Order. It's that allowing that sacred space of connection within the Sword of Truth, the Sword of Excalibur, has been working through. It is literally that sort of cutting away the thought forms that are not relevant anymore and standing in that sovereignty, feeling the crown, almost like with the light above my head here sitting. I can feel like a pyramid around me with a t-shirt as well. It's feeling the sense of who you are. Obviously April as well, you've got Alexa, when does Aries start in astrological dates?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm not an astrologer, but I've got a feeling, obviously, April, I'm sure, is linked to Aries as well. It's obviously can be the beginning, the spark. When I talk about that sovereignty and self and sword of truth, this is it being in the access of that at the beginning of that astrological year. So again, we get a second chance. We got February one, which is the month I'm recording these in. Around the 17th, you've got that eclipse energy, you've got the Chinese New Year and the fire horse coming in, and then obviously we have March, and then you've got April again, you've got New Year. These are constantly renewing, restarting, but not forgetting everything that's been, sort of still standing in that. I also feel this sword is like this two sides of the sword, two sides of coin image coming in, meaning that there's a kind of a sharpness to this, meaning it's sharp change, significantly cutting, like a cutting ties to things that haven't served, being moved along. And the laurel that's there. Alexa, what's the symbolism behind laurel?
Synonyms for laurel meaning distinction include merit, rank, or decoration.
Yeah, all right, that wasn't what I meant, but I think, isn't it the one that the kings wear, and they hold that around their head, and you see...
Hold her back, Zach.
Alexa,
and
stop.
similar
Stop. To keep it quiet. Anyway, us being in our sovereignty, and also like there are clouds here. It's like the clouds parting, the crown now, the crown chakra, I believe in March, will be supported as long as you are within that axis. Still thinking grounded, the sword is upright, it's kind of, again, working with our axis. So, earth sheep, return to the center. So what does Vicky Isaac say about this one before I give you my take? The earth sheep pillar with the yin earth. Over the sheep, the yin earth represents the nurturing, grounding quality of Mother Earth. Her frequency of peace is easier to find in the quiet, the sign that prepares us from summer to fall. The sheep encourages us to look forward to fall harvest as we say goodbye to the joyful summer. With hidden yin fire and yin wood, the sheep reminds us to keep cultivating our joy and compassion from within. This card is a message from Mother Earth, and so during April there will be messages from Earth if we've been listening and connecting. Return to the body, slow down and allow your senses to return you to the present. Treat the body as your sanctuary. Tune in to what is needed. Rest when the body feels tired. Gentle movements to restore energy when it feels lethargic, and sitting in silence to find stillness. When the inner voices are getting too loud, take time out to replenish the self. Treat yourself to beauty and delight. Engage in rituals and nourish the spirit within. Earth element is associated with the center and in the body. It rules the stomach, the spleen and pancreas. Eat whole foods that make you feel vibrant, and imbalance of earth can lead you to worries and heavenliness. Surrendering them to Mother Earth to lighten up. She'll help contain your access and fears. Count your blessings to connect to her energy and gratitude, and feel your body relax and your spirit lift. The message with heaven here is treat your internal and external environments with love and reverence. Everything around us is part of Mother Earth, including us. We are the neurons of the planet. So the message with Earth is tune in to the sheep frequency of peace by practicing mindfulness in your every movement. so that everything you do becomes a meditation in motion. Obviously, Qigong is its own meditation in motion. So the earth poses, I'm drawn to this, I would say straight away. Mountain pose again is going to be relevant during April. The way we flow with the water, think of them winding through, feeling that water flowing through and flowing movements. Our body is meant to move. It helps our nervous system when we move. When we move in side to side, helps release with anything that we're cutting away during that time. Any resistance, if you like. But I always look at this card, and although it is the sheep in the pack, it just reminds me of the mountain goat. There's a Capricornian energy about this during April that feels present. It's just about restructuring of things, restructuring collectively, restructuring how we do things, and that's set. Hopefully the sound is okay. Let me just wait a second and make sure after, yeah. Fingers crossed that you can still hear me. So the restructuring and having the beginning of April, when we're looking astrologically, how we're going to structure the next part of the year, moving forward in your own life, in what are you structuring, but also the structuring of the brain. I feel like this is definitely the sovereign, the way we think, the way we feel is all very present of who we are, who we see, how we see ourselves, has been very present over these few months, and this is definitely solidifying what's the foundations. The mountain is grounded, but it's also connected to the highest point. So it sees and feels from higher perspective, but it is very, very grounded in the present moment. I'm feeling like the relevance of even the t-shirt I'm wearing when I'm recording this. It's got like the little mountain pyramids there, and the light. It just feels synchronicity that I didn't even think about that, but minerals and the minerals that we have in our body is coming through for April as relevance, the minerals of the planet. So I'm not quite sure how that sits in collectively what's happening, but I feel the mineral world will come into play. So when we look at the mineral content of foods and things, and the stuff that's going into our body, the stuff that's going into the land, is connection to Mother Earth. This card is very relevant to that, and especially as it's next to this dragon card. So as I said, this is about our connection with animals. I will read as well. Let me see if there's anything else from this 5 and 6. Returning to our center, returning to our access point. Again, the sword, returning, balance, rebalancing, returning to that set of nature. Nature itself returning to a equilibrium and a balance, and therefore that mirroring in us and us mirroring in nature. As we return to our balance, so too does nature, and vice versa. We are linked, we are part of that, and the neurons of the planet, the collective consciousness, linked also to the shifting of what's happening with the earth. So sunshine yellow dragon helps you to help animals and serve animals. Heal, respect and understand them. Heat for some reason comes through of and animals with regards to heat, and yellow sunshine, spleen energy, linking this, but protecting our animal kingdom, feeling like it's important to look after them. For example, I just saw a post this evening, and it was talking about how you can work with mouth, not mouth to mouth, but we would use mouth to mouth in humans when you're giving first aid, and how you can give first aid to pets. This helping the bird kingdom, plant, mineral, animal and mineral what we can do for nature, how we can be more philanthropic and environmentally friendly, all of that environmental awareness, I feel in April will be at the forefront. So about this card, we share our planet with the great variety of creatures who are all on a soul journey just as we are. Like us, animals come from a myriad of star systems and planets. They all incarnate on Earth to experience, learn, teach, and serve. Our task as humans is to cooperate and with, look after, and learn on the wheel, he's running, learn from the animal kingdom. Fifth dimensional sunshine yellow dragon works with Archangel. If I can pronounce this, I'll spell it out for you. Phelyi. Feheleni. For the life of me, I can't pronounce that. The angel of animals. They send bursts of. Okay, fair enough. He's still okay with the sound, fingers crossed. They send bursts of sunny yellow light into the auras of those of us who love and honour animals and help us to assess and heal all creatures. They are currently working audaciously to touch the hearts of those who need to understand how to treat animals with respect. They also bathe animals in their sunshine yellow light of soothe and heal them. So they are where are we? Animals and sunshine yellow. Sorry, my daughter's just walked into the room and my attention was then divided. And you come to see me as well. Let me put you out of the way. She says, I'm holding you awkwardly, just so that you don't knock things over. Okay, everyone wants mummy's attention. I'm nearly done. Then send these dragons to the humans who need to change their relationship with animals. See the change, their relationship with animals. See the minds and hearts of those people blazing glorious yellow as they expand the perspective and see animals for who they truly are. Is also important to visualize all the animals in the world being touched by sunshine yellow dragons and lighting up the hope. Be a sunshine yellow bridge of light among which these dragons can travel and help animals everywhere. You will accelerate cure good karma. That doesn't worry me. I think we all want to naturally do that as you assist your fellow creatures. Now, this is saying to me that in April that will be up front for us to be wanting to do that. But also this is about an awareness of how we treat animals, how we treat life in its reverence. How can we help? How can we help nature? How can we be more in equilibrium with it rather than fighting against it? It reminds me of, you see these documentaries, they talk about I guess this was in America, but certain chemicals. It was like a war on weeds for things that for thousands of years indigenous people had been consuming, and it had these brilliant qualities to it. Because it didn't sit right, they wanted to be selling this stuff. They made it about, well, we don't need all these, and they cultivate these, and it's all about cultivating it, and made this whole propaganda, if you like, around that, and then that war on nature of that's a weed, this isn't a weed, and we don't want that, and we want to pull all of that out, which kind of interfered with the syntropic farming, which is actually thankfully coming back, where nature's done it brilliantly for thousands of years and knows how to do it right, and it works cohesively together. So that to me is this feminine, nurturing, golden energy that's represented by this dragon energy here. I do feel that there's a link to birds, and I know that there was a call in one of the light worker groups a few months previous where we were sending love and compassion to an area where they'd had to colour load because of what they were saying was potential disease. So I think there's an awareness around that coming in April, that hopefully people will be more aware of their behavior, the impact they have on nature, and how we can help and guide and put back, give back, be in service to. So the question here is to think about what is it you do and what are you drawn to along all of those aspects, as well as looking at your pets and family. So how can you help the animal kingdom? So that's April, and I'm going to keep it short. Obviously you'll have the report to go with this as well, but this was just the cards that we pulled for April. So thank you for your time, and I will continue to read for the ones that we've got here.